To find Broadway's newest show, buckle up and get ready to go 88 miles per hour back in time. The newest installment of the Back to the Future franchise is now on the Great White Way, complete with the traveling DeLorean, Doc, Marty, his mom, and of course, Biff.
Hey, McFly!
But now the 80s classic is adapted for the stage with a reimagined plot, a collection of songs.
You don't need money.
Some you know from the film, but also new ones.
Great Scott!
I had a chance to sit down with the actor playing Marty McFly, Casey Likes, and the co-creator and writer of the film and musical, the famous Bob Gale, who told me how he came up with the original story.
I found my father's high school yearbook when I was visiting my parents in the summer of 1980, totally by accident. And I said, if I went to high school with my dad, would I be friends with him? And that's when, you know, the proverbial bolt of lightning hit me in the head. I said, there's a movie.
Not just one movie, 3, and now a hit musical that comes to Broadway after an award-winning run on the West End in London. And get this, the star of the show now was born 16 years after the first movie was released.
So you weren't even born when it came out, and now you're playing this iconic role. When you got the role, when you won the audition, what did you think?
I was as thrilled as I was terrified, which I think is the healthy reaction to have when you get a part that is so synonymous with the actor who originally portrayed it. I mean, Michael is Marty McFly, and that is why Marty McFly is who he is in our conscious. And yeah, just trying to wrap my head around kind of doing my own version of that.
Recently, the new Marty got a chance to meet the original when Michael J. Fox attended a special performance to benefit his foundation dedicated to finding a cure for Parkinson's.
I ran over to him and I just said, hey, Michael, do you have anything you can give me before I go on stage? And he goes, kick ass, and you can, if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything.
Oh, that's great.
And then a minute later, I walked out on stage.
And on stage, like in the movie, there is magic. The DeLorean coming to life and seeming to speed right into the audience.
Talk to me about the moment you saw the final sort of graphics, special effects package on stage, because it really is incredible.
I didn't know how they were going to do it. When they started, they didn't know how they were going to do it. And thanks to a lot of computer technology, which allows the backgrounds to move in sync with the car move, and you feel like you're watching that car go 88 miles per hour and turning and doing donuts and all that stuff. It's an incredible illusion.
Adding to the action-packed show, which runs just over 2 hours, singing, dancing, and even some skateboarding.
Well, there's a few prerequisites that I had to kind of nail down. You know, you gotta skateboard, you gotta play guitar, you gotta be able to keep your stamina up. So you can run away from Biff a million times, 8 times a week, and you got to sing. On top of that, it's just also, you know, it's a big musical theater role. It's like, you know, I'm singing at the top of my range. I'm going through some emotional moments. It's kind of an actor's dream.
Is there a pressure? I mean, was there a pressure? Is there pressure every night? You had Michael J. Fox in the audience, Steven Spielberg, thousands of fans across the world that grew up with this movie. Is there a pressure to deliver for them every night?
Absolutely. And I think it's a healthy amount of pressure. I think, like I was saying earlier, you have to love something. You have to tell them that you love it. And once they see that, they're willing to go on the journey with you. But they know Bob loves it. I mean, he wrote the thing, you know? But, you know, I'm a new character in this whole world of Back to the Future. So once those fans accept that I'm on the same page as them, I think the pressure goes down.
And for die-hard fans hoping for a Back to the Future 4, the gatekeeper of all things Marty and Doc says, if your soul needs more than 1.21 gigawatts, head to Broadway.
When people say they want Back to the Future 4, what they're really saying is, I want something that gives me the experience I had when I saw the first Back to the Future movie. And this musical does that.
This is it.
This gives you your dose of Back to the Future that everybody has wanted. And people that have never seen the movie in an audience, and of course they're going to see the show in an audience, and there's this extra energy. You get this adrenaline rush. You were there. You know what I'm talking about. And that is the best thing that we can do to keep Back to the Future alive.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.